Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. He has got, just like the sun has shining. Similarly, try to understand, God has got his effulgence, bodily shining. That is called Brahma Jyoti. When the Brahma Jyoti is there, innumerable universes are generated. Therefore he is cause of all creation. It doesn't require to manufacture each and every universe. He is so powerful that in his effulgence, in his shining, innumerable universes are created. Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Kotishu asesha vasudhadi vibhuti bhandam. In each universe there are many millions and millions of stars and planets. These are the description in the Vedic literature. So we have to learn. You cannot, by your teeny effort, with limited power, limited sense, perception, you cannot speculate. You have to understand from authoritative statements. That is called Veda. Vedas means knowledge which is perfect knowledge, and if you study Vedas, then you get perfect knowledge of everything. And the cream of the Vedic knowledge is here in the Bhagavad Gita. So, if you read Bhagavad Gita carefully, then you get all the knowledge very perfectly. Here it is said, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhaktam murtina. And that expansion, that impersonal expansion of bhakta, not manifested. You cannot see God in person in this expansion. Therefore, sometimes we foolishly say that, can you show me God? God is there. You have to make your eyes to see. That's why God is here in the temple. But somebody is thinking that this is not God, this is a statue, an idol. They are worshipping idol. Supposing it is idol, but if God is everywhere, why he is not in the idol? What is the argument? If God is everywhere, then why he is not idol? God has the power. And actually this is not idol, this is God's energy. The same example, the sunshine is everywhere. So originally sunshine is the cause of everything. Similarly, God's effulgence is the cause of material things also. That is explained in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhumi rapo nalo vayu khangamano buddhideva. External energy, internal energy and marginal energy. The external energy is this material expansion, manifestation. Similarly, there is internal energy, the spiritual world manifestation, and in between them there is another energy called marginal energy, tathastha, that we living entities, we are is marginal energy. Marginal energy means we can live either in this external energy or in the internal energy, in between. So at the present moment we are living in the external energy. But this external energy is also Krishna's energy, is God's energy. It is not different from him. But the external energy means we are captivated by the external energy. But the external energy is not permanent. The internal energy is permanent. The spiritual world is permanent. And we are also permanent. Jiva bhuta. Na hannate hannamane sarire. So the Krishna consciousness movement is to transfer oneself from this external energy to the internal energy. That is the purpose of all Vedic literature. Vedaischa sarvai ahameva vedam. To understand God and go back to home, back to Godhead. That is perfection of life. So here we are in the God's energy, there is no doubt. Mayatar masthani sarvabhutani. Everything Bhutani means all living entities, anything which has grown. The trees, the plants, the hills, the ocean, the sky, everything is resting in God's energy. Masthani sarva bhutani. Naham teshu avasthita. But it is not that the pantheist, they think that if God has expanded in everything, then whatever I worship, and that is God's worship. No. Krishna said, no, that you cannot take. The same example, the sunshine is not different from the sun. Because the sunshine has entered within your room, it does not mean the sun has entered. If you try to understand, then you will understand. That God is everywhere. Still, He is not everywhere. This is His inconceivable power. Therefore, if we want to worship God, then we have to worship His form, His name, form, quality, pastime. Then we shall realize that God is person, supreme being, and He has got all the propensities as we have got, because we are part and parcel of God. We can study God's personality from our personality, just like we can study the Father by the symptoms of the Son. This is crude example. Similarly, whatever propensities we have got, where from the propensities coming? It is coming from God. Therefore in the Vedanta Sutra it is said, Janmadasya jataha. Everything is emanating from God. The original source of everything is God. So, when we study ourselves minutely, that what is our position, or by studying ourselves, we can study the nature of God. The difference is only that He is huge, the great, we are small particle. But the qualities are the same. You take a drop of the ocean water, the chemical composition is the same. The taste is the same. So that is the difference between a living entity and God. We are a small sample of God, but God is great. If we understand this philosophy, then it is not difficult to understand what is God, and then we can establish our original relationship, and if we act accordingly, then our life is successful. Thank you very much.
Would you like to give your views on psychiatry? Psychiatry. Psychiatrist.
What is that?
Well, when someone is having some kind of mental problem, the psychiatrist analyzes it from the medical point, sometimes from the psychological viewpoint.
Psychiatrist.
Yes.
This is an expansion of the energy known as mind. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Kanga mana buddhi revacha. These are subtle matter. So, different division. God's creation is so wonderful that even if you take the atom, there are so many things. That is scientists are. So, what to speak of? Mind, thinking, feeling, willing. And there are so many divisions. So what is your question about the psychiatrist? It is a material thing and very subtle, and there are so many divisions. So what is your question about it?